This video app review is brought to you by the iPhone appreview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhone appreview.com. Today we are slinging out yet another video review, this time taking a look at an application that's aimed squarely at children, which is one of our favorite genres on the iPhone and the iPad because it tends to show exactly what you can do with a mobile platform like iOS to enhance the quality of life. And in this case, it's to educate or entertain your children or to instill in them some kind of value or moral that they will carry with them for the rest of their life, which to us is a really cool thing that you can do with mobile technology. So we're always stoked to see these kind of apps. The application that we're looking at today is called Tree IC, or The Tree IC, I suppose. It's available for $3.99 in the iTunes Store, or the App Store, I suppose, whichever you want to call it. And it was, of course, put out by Adrian Interactive, or Adrian Books, Ridin. Sorry, excuse me, mispronounced that. My apologies to the developer there. So here's the main menu for the application. I'm going to turn the volume up just a little so you can hear some of the narration that goes on, even though it might be kind of hard to hear me. There are also lots of sounds and music that are involved here, which kind of goes along with some of the vibrancy that we're going to talk about in just a second. But we just want to mention right off the bat that one of the things we focus most on with these kind of applications is the art style and the design, as well as the general artwork that's included, because we feel that if the application isn't actually engaging or, say, well done enough, your children won't be interested in it. In this case, with the Tree IC, we have none of those concerns. The narration is great, the artwork is fantastic, and all of the various animations are wonderful. Likewise, the writing, written by this person, is spot on as well. So with all of that, top marks in terms of artwork. The menu is up here. You can simply scroll through and you've got these sort of stock iOS design elements. You can check out the different pages. We won't go too far because we don't want to spoil anything. But to give a brief analysis of the story involves a young boy and a young tree, and both of them sort of learn to share with the forest. The tree especially learns to share with the woodland animals that are, living around him, and etc., etc. So there you go, there's an example of the narration that's involved with this application. The narration is very professional, even though it is read by a child, and what we mean by that is that it doesn't sound very amateurish, which is something that we do often experience with these applications. So it's nice to see that here. And of course, every inch of this is interactive. You can push and pull things, move things around, poke things to get results, etc., etc. All of that is spot on, and again, with the idea of engaging your child, keeping them entertained, and keeping them involved with the story so they actually learn something, all of that is spot on here. If you'd like to mess with the narration or the text, you can go here to get a rereading or just to read it. So let's say you're going through with your child, reading the story to them. You can pull this down to ask them questions about the text or whatever that you would like to do. Aside from that, you do have some pretty basic page-turning mechanics. You hit this to go to the next page, then it loads the next stage of animations. With each of these pages, you are going to get a lot of vibrant animations involved, which is something that we enjoyed rather greatly. Again, with that same note of trying to keep your child entertained. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. As far as the moral of the story, it's rather engaging, and it's something that we feel is spot on for what your children should be learning. We aren't going to give anything away. But if you're worried about actually teaching good values to your children, you have no concerns here with the Tree IC. It's a just an absolutely fantastic little application and fantastic story, and it's very vibrant in terms of the game world, or not game world, excuse me, the application's world that it's created with this sort of digitally rendered ebook. So with all of that in mind, I'm going to go back to the menu just to give you our final wrap up. We love seeing these kind of ebook applications. We like them a little bit more than we like the minigame style compilations that are also aimed at children most of the time. With that in mind, the price tag is $3.99, which might seem high for an application, but at the same time, considering a traditional media edition of this book would cost upwards of 5 times that, we don't think it's too much to ask. And again, your children will probably use this over and over, as kids do, sometimes to the point where it's kind of annoying, as all parents know. But you're going to get a lot of value out of this application for the price that you put in. So with all of that in mind, we are going to give the Tree IC a 4 out of 5 star rating from us here at the iPhone appreview.com. We think it's a lovely little story, it's very well done, and it's easily worth the $4 that you're going to put into it. So with all of that in mind, the Tree IC does get a 4 out of 5 star rating from us, as well as our hearty recommendation to parents everywhere. And at this point, that's all I have to say about it, so we're going to go ahead and sign out. We'll see you guys later. Bye.